Hi Pisces, and welcome to your Valentine's week forecast. This is from February 8th to February 14th. And before I start, I changed the format. It's going to be actually 5 plus the base card for your weeklies and plus the rune. And it's going to be 1 or 3 or 1 card, most likely 1 for your daily readings to go from there. Because it does make more sense. This is kind of more encompassing energy versus daily is just like a little hint of the flavor of the week. And so sometimes it's really hard to even match those energies. Also, I really want to thank to all of you who are subscribed and who liked and who shared. That really means a lot to me. This is completely new channel. It's just like 2.5 weeks old. And it is growing at a really nice and solid pace. I'm still not close to 500, but I'm not that far either. So if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and please like. The goal of 500 I set up because at that point I'll start doing live sessions, and hopefully enough of you, 20 to 50, will join in. And that way, I'll be able to do some freebie readings and kind of like answer your questions live and right on the spot. So there you go. There's something to encourage you, to encourage me. So it works both ways. So let's start. What is your week here happening? I did actually look into the runes because I pre-shuffled not to waste time with this. And it kind of was interesting because you did have for a while kind of like caution, introspection, coming to this week reading, and you're still kind of like going in here with 2 of fire. You did have 9 of fire last week, if I remember, and sort of like the insights were happening over there, and maybe some kind of like possible love affair was happening. This week, kind of like you're still sort of sitting in between the 2 worlds. You're deciding which world is better. Is this like part where you have what is already known, or would you like to go into the unknown? And you have some major opportunities, and even though let me just actually show you this card, like from warm to unwarm, right? Warm, and it's like this darkness and stuff that cats really like. So it's like what we do in life, sometimes you have to step up to your comfort zone, and the rewards can be very big or not very big. Sometimes you end up like this. Yet this is your opportunity of a week, consequences. So if you tangle yourself up into a new messy situation, or somebody you're with is tangled up, maybe this is going to be a week to kind of like resolve the differences and kind of like work on it, because it's really not really that bad, but it's workable, but it still says that this is an opportunity. So in any case, maybe there is somebody you are considering not to go on a date with because of something that happened, but I would give them a chance, because there is a really big chance of this completely going in a good direction, maybe somebody coming out completely clear about it, Now, in restrictions that we have is a 9 of fire, which I think you had last week, pretty much as a card. This basically says that, and would link to this card that you have here, that you did have some maybe words, maybe something didn't sit right with you. You kind of like had a counsel, you're asking your friends to help you out, to kind of like help you undo all the strings that kind of like you fell, or you felt there around you. And this now is telling you that this is time for this, counsel is over. Now it's time for you maybe to really think through it and make this decision, because you're getting to this priest, which stands in a position to avoid. So it's telling you not to make a decision, and yet to look at from the higher level. So you see, like the priest and the sky queen, which is kind of like the most exalted queen of all of them in a tarot deck. But why it tells me that you have something going on. This is the bottom, 7 of fire. This is defensiveness. This is like somebody who is maybe willing to give up, but it's still again a fire, thinking about it. You're not there yet. But then when I glue this with this and with this, then I'm getting to the point that this Hagaz rune, which talks about disruption, and we see this disruption right here, and seeing somebody contemplating what to do after this disruption. And contemplation is here, and I don't know on what level is contemplation happening over here, and somebody's really climbed up really high in the tree to be left alone. So what this tells me is, that maybe the situation is the real situation, that is really founded, and it does have the consequences that you really think it does. But you know what? Maybe part of the situation are on your own fears. Maybe you're reflecting your own fears in the situation, and so it's maybe time to face them. Just like do that first when you're already doing kind of like this high-end thinking, and you have two major arcana cards, and both of them are talking about solution. One is basically looking for a counsel, which in this case is telling you, hey, it was enough of this. Both cards are basically a no-no. This time is telling you have to trust yourself. Whatever you got yourself tangled up, you can untangle, and you can actually end up kind of like freeing yourself and get to the higher level where you kind of are going to be. So do not fret. It is like not as slow. It doesn't ask you for too much introspection, but it does ask you to make a decision this week. At the same time, it's telling you to face your fears, and also just to mention that some plans can be basically postponed or canceled this week, so no worries about it. Again, for this week, what you need to do is internal. So just focus on yourself and focus on internal issues and go with that. And good luck. I actually have one more afterthought. I really wanted to show you really what are the energies of, how to actually work on an issue yourself. So here, take a look.
Roxy wants to eat her. Roxy!
So now, just be aware that, no matter what happens, you can handle it. No worries, no matter what comes your way, you are good. Face your fears. And let's not forget one more thing. There is a Valentine's Day contest. On the 14th is going to be a draw. The link is going to be in the description as well as at the end of this video. So please click on it. All you need to do is subscribe, like, and just put down in the entry, I want to enter the contest. That's all it's needed. So thank you very much again, Pisces, for supporting my channel. Again, I really appreciate it. And check my daily tarot readings. And for the weekly, I will talk to you next week.